Hi, welcome to Story World. In a peaceful village surrounded by mountains, Mulan, a young woman with a kind heart and sharp mind, lived with her family. One day, a royal decree reached their village. The emperor had called for one man from each family to join the army and fight against the invading forces. Mulan's elderly father, Fazou, despite his frailty, prepared to answer the call. Mulan's heart ached at the thought of her father going to war in his weak state. She knew he might not survive the harsh battles. The emperor's square was filled with worried faces as the soldier read the emperor's decree aloud. When Fazou's name was called, he stepped forward with trembling hands. Mulan stood helplessly among the crowd, her face pale with worry. She wanted to stop him, but knew it was his duty as the family's only man. That night, while her family slept, Mulan sat in front of the family shrine. She stared at her father's armor and sword, her heart racing with fear and determination. I cannot let him go, she whispered. Cutting her hair short and donning her father's armor, she disguised herself as a man. With a deep bow to her ancestors, she left home under the cover of darkness to take her father's place. Mulan arrived at a rugged army camp where recruits trained hard to prepare for war. She kept her head low, hiding her true identity. The training was brutal, lifting heavy weights, sparring, and scaling walls. But Mulan persevered. Even when her body ached, her captain, Shang, noticed her determination and began to see her potential. Over time, Mulan started bonding with her comrades. Around the campfire, she laughed with Yao, Ling, and Xianpo, who told stories of home and dreams of victory. Though she carried the heavy secret of her disguise, she felt a sense of camaraderie and belonging for the first time. The army soon faced its first battle in a snow covered mountain pass. The enemy forces were overwhelming, and defeat seemed certain. Mulan, thinking quickly, grabbed a cannon and aimed it at the mountain peak. The explosion triggered an avalanche, wiping out the enemy forces and saving her comrades. But she was injured in the chaos and fell unconscious. When Mulan awoke in a quiet tent, her secret was revealed. The medic had discovered she was a woman while treating her injuries. Her comrades were shocked, and Captain Shang, torn between duty and respect, decided to spare her life. Left behind, Mulan felt ashamed but resolved to prove her worth. As the enemy marched towards the emperor's palace, Mulan discovered their plans and raced to warn the army. Despite being dismissed at first, she devised a strategy to defend the palace. Disguising herself again, she led her friends into the final battle. Using clever tactics, she defeated the enemy, saving the emperor and the city. In the palace courtyard, the emperor honored Mulan for her bravery and intelligence. He offered her a position in his court, but she declined. I only wish to return to my family, she said humbly. The crowd cheered as the emperor handed her a medal and his sword, symbols of her heroic deeds. Back in her village, Mulan returned home to her father. Kneeling before him, she offered the emperor's gifts. Fazao gently lifted her and embraced her. The greatest honor is having you as my daughter, he said, tears in his eyes. Mulan's story became a legend, proving that courage, love, and determination could overcome any obstacle.